Hello, my beautiful stars, shining brightly as you are. Welcome back to another pick a card reading that I have here for you. In today's pick a card reading, it's going to be on what you might need to hear that you might not have heard as of late, especially that spirit wants you to hear. So if you are feeling drawn to pile 1 with I am a beautiful soul that radiates a vibrant and beautiful form, then you want to maybe stick around for that. Or if you're feeling drawn to pile 2 with I am stronger than I may realize, or maybe pile 3 with I trust my inner voice. Maybe you're feeling drawn to one or more piles. I would definitely suggest you sticking and watching through whatever piles that you feel called to or that resonates with you. But I will give you a moment here to meditate and take the time to choose the pile. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1 that have chosen the card. I am a beautiful soul that radiates a vibrant and beautiful form. If you have chosen this, then this is going to be your quick little, more so oracle than tarot card reading. It's going to be a little short version of a reading that I felt drawn to, that spirit felt called to as well, wanting to reach out through me for you guys through the cards on what exactly they want you to hear. So without further ado, let's get straight into your reading. And just as another forewarning, if you are hearing anything in the background, maybe you aren't, but if you are, hopefully you aren't, I do apologize for any noise that's in the background, anything that's going on, that's just out of my control. There you go. So without further ado, let's go right into the first card here. We have utilize your co-creative power. So Spirit wants you to utilize your co-creative power as of recent. So if you're feeling called to this pile and you're getting this reading right now, pile 1, whatever you're going through right now currently, you are being called to utilize that co-creative power. Life is a dance, alternating between spirit leading, external and organic forces leading, and you leading. Currently, you may have more room to maneuver, pushing your agenda forward with some fancy footwork. Utilize your intuition for more co-creative power in your everyday life, even if you're experiencing restriction. Transformation is in the air. Ooh, that's lovely. I love that for you, pile 1. You are a beautiful soul that radiates a vibrant and beautiful form. You are utilizing your co-creative power in this time, or being called to use your co-creative power. And even if there is some type of restriction that you are going through right now, currently, pile 1, life is a dance, alternating between spirit leading and external and organic forces that are leading and you leading. So right now you are being called to just go through whatever it is that's happening right now in your everyday life. Transformation is in the air. I love that. Okay, let's go further in with your reading here. We have joy. Oh, how beautiful for that. I'm going to just scoot this over right here. How about that? So for this one, for joy, we have joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. So Spirit wants you to embrace more joy in this co-creative power. For everything that you find beautiful, find the joy, find the beauty, and go through with whatever that Spirit's leading, whatever external forces, organic forces that are leading, and what you are leading yourself into. Find the joy within that. Every single moment, okay? Transformation is in the air for you, pile one. How beautiful is that for you? If you didn't hear it recently and you needed to have this message, this is the message Spirit wanted to give to you today. So we have also ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Pile one, you need to ground yourself a little bit more, even within all of this. That's within the fancy footwork, excuse me, with the little stutter. You are needing to ground yourself and find that special fancy footing for you to move forward, maneuvering and pushing your agenda forward. So you can move forward, maneuver forward with that fancy footwork once you've grounded yourself. Finding the joy when you have grounded yourself a little bit more, pile one. I think that is what Spirit really wants you to understand, is that once you have ground yourself a little bit more, you might find that joy a little bit faster in that grounding. So if you haven't done so already, go through trying to maybe do some meditation or something just to go out into nature, whatever that you feel a sense of grounding in for you. It could be, you're taking a bath, you feel grounded in taking a bath, a nice bubble bath, the self-care work that you would take for yourself and that makes you feel good. Ground yourself into whatever feeling and feel the joy in that moment, okay, pile one? That's what's being called to tell you right now. Spirit wants you to know anything that makes you feel good, that brings you joy. Ground yourself in those moments. Bring that beauty and that joy and that happiness, that spark back for yourself to utilize that co-creative power. What you are going through in that moment is having a co-creative experience. You are having this situation you are going through, and that is the experience of the co-creative power. Utilize more of that and understanding that whatever is happening in this moment, remember to always try to go towards the joy, grounding yourself into reminding yourself that you want more joy, and you will go and drive towards the joy more than anything that isn't bringing you that, which is joy. So that is really what you need to understand in the grounding for yourself. That is also a co-creative power for you, pile one. As well as we have the message, Princess, you can be your own knight. So if you are feeling maybe a drive of the sense of maybe I need to have somebody here, I need to have this with somebody, or somebody needs to come to the rescue for me kind of attitude. Maybe you don't need that person, or need somebody, doesn't matter, something. You can be your own knight. You can find the resources for yourself. You have your armor, you have your weapon, you have yourself. That is your own tool for you to utilize and push through any obstacles that is maybe preventing you to go forward and standing your ground, to know that you don't have to just be this princess that needs rescuing, but you can also save that sense of self for you in saying that I need rescuing. I can be my own knight and rescue myself, right? Because we all want that knight in shining armor kind of thing to come swooping in and saving the day, but you can be your own knight and you can save the day yourself. Pile 1. And this is also another confirmation with number 1 right there. Hello. Literally, you have just the attitude of thinking that you need to have somebody there. Maybe that's also the other point of the co-creative power. You are leading just as much as other things are leading. You can be your own knight, just remembering that. If you have that co-creative power with someone else and they aren't giving you that sense of security and joy and grounding of safety, then you can come to your own rescue, pile 1, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is literally nothing wrong with coming to the rescue for yourself if it needs to be that way. And there's nothing wrong with having other people help you along the way either. But knowing what it is that is good in between, that's going to bring you that benefit of good and joyful feelings and grounded security for you in this moment. Maybe you are feeling a little insecure and ungrounded, and that you don't have any stable structure for you to feel this sense of joy. So it's to go back into that sense for yourself and do that. Ground yourself, save yourself, find the joy within yourself, and come back to being able to play with all of these other plans of your agenda that you're pushing forward, to utilize more of that co-creative power, your intuition that is telling you maybe take a step back if you need to, or jump right into this, but find that grounding. Okay, as well as villain. You can always rewrite the story. So again, you have this maybe idea that it's just going to be this way and you can't find this joy, you can't move forward, you have to have this rescuing because there's this villain aspect in your life, when it isn't the case. It's not going to always be the case. That's the main thing, pile 1. It's not always going to be the case. It might feel like it, but it's not always going to be it. You can always rewrite the story, definitely. Always have that ability to find that grounding and maybe even self-reflection through the moments, because transformation is in the air. You can save yourself. You can rewrite the story. You can find joy. You can find beauty in this life because you radiate a vibrant and beautiful form. Why you chose this card to give you this reading for this pile 1. So this is what I have thus far. We have 3 more cards for you to then end your reading here. So Spirit wants you to also know, I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. How can that be any more apparent to what's going on with your transformation in the air with this card underneath here? I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. You are ready for this transformation. You are ready for this joy. You are ready for this new grounded self, that you are going to have this sense of either security and stability, both. And it's the point that you are rewriting your story because you are coming to your rescue, because you are ready for this bigger, better, and brighter future, as well as what's coming forward. It's right now in your present moment, but that's also coming to your future. So get ready for it, pile 1, because this is what Spirit wants you to find that joy in, find that inspiration again, that sense of encouragement for you to really go forward and do it for you, because you can do it for you. If you really want it, pile one, you can. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Oh my gosh, yes, every day you can do something different for you to feel this sense of self-love to your mind, body, and spirit. You are ready for this. Pile one, you want this joy, you want this good, you want something better and bigger and brighter for you. And you are trying to move into this mode of self-love in your mind, body, and spirit, because maybe it hasn't always been that way for you, and that is fine. It's reprogramming yourself into doing something different for you, because you know you want better, because you know you deserve better. Because if you haven't been told that, Spirit wants you to know you deserve better, pile one. Whatever you're going through does not matter. You deserve better. Tell yourself that every single day, because if you do not, no one else will. Tell yourself you are deserving of better, and better will come. The bigger and better and brighter is on its way for you, pile one. And you just have to bring that radical self-love to your mind, body, and spirit, and it will make its way to you. Your final message: I let go of the anxieties of others. Ground yourself. Let go of all of the things that is holding you back by the anxieties of others, of things that you even feel anxiety around because you can't let go of. And Spirit wants you to come to your own rescue. If anything, come to be your own knight. Know that you can rewrite this story, and it's not going to be this way forever. It can change for you, pile one. You can, and you will have better. You are deserving of it. You are worthy of it. Tell yourself that every day. Doesn't matter how many times you have to, until you finally get it to click. Even then, you'll still tell yourself, I am worthy and I am deserving, because you are. As I snap my fingers. For some reason, Spirit wanted me to snap my fingers for that. Because you are, pile one. Oh, I love this. Oh, so this was the reading that I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, pile one, and I hope that it resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope to see you again in my next reading. As always, much love. Hello, my beautiful pile twos that have chosen the card I Am Stronger Than I May Realize for your reading that Spirit wants to give you. We are going to get right into it here. This is going to be more so just a short reading of oracle cards than tarot cards, that Spirit really wanted to just come through and give you this short little message that we can go through finding what it is that you need to hear. Interference from intense emotions. Intense emotions may be jamming your intuitive radar. Acknowledge and process your feelings, discern the useful messages within them, and allow your emotions to calm before consulting your sixth sense. Ask those who are more objective and detach for their intuitive opinion. Emotional storms blind intuitive vision now. Let emotional support be the focal point. So you need more emotional support. You need to detach from whatever that is an intuitive opinion and anything that is going through on an emotional feeling right now. You have like these emotional storms that is blinding your intuitive vision right now. So currently you have to process these intense emotions because they are jamming that intuitive radar. As it says in the beginning, acknowledge and process your feelings, discern the useful messages within them, and allow your emotions to calm before consulting your sixth sense. So if you have to ask somebody, pile 2, it might be necessary and called for you in that moment specifically, because you know, when we have these intense emotions, when we're so boggled with so much cloudy of negativity, we're cloudy with negativity and cloudy with all of these emotions and everything that is making us not think straight, not feel our best selves and everything. So it's the point that if you have to seek outside help from somebody that you know has a level head about themselves more in these moments, specifically with you having these intense emotions, go to that person specifically and make sure that everything that you are going through, that you feel, is not the truth. And sometimes what you are feeling could exactly be the truth and why you're feeling these intense emotions. So for you to go through to have a clearer objective of this answer you're looking for, and you might look for it yourself, but because you are so boggled with this cloudy negativity in your mind or even in your life, pile 2, it's giving you this sense of a wall, this block that is not giving you that answer that you might typically be like, oh, I already know, I already got it, all right, I know what to do and I have that answer. Maybe you are that way sometimes, and maybe right now in this moment, because of everything, it's not giving you that, and you're like, well, why is this, why, and you keep fighting it. And that is not helping you in that process either, pile 2. So it's asking you to really take a step back. Maybe not even going to someone specifically. You can take, a meditative stance and try to have that objective come to you. Once you, calm your senses, then that's when you can go through consulting. So again, calming and consulting the sixth sense, meaning you can have a meditative state of, you can, have a dance break, go through for an hour. It doesn't need to be that long, just how to throw it out there. Maybe you needed a little extra time to calm your nervous system, your senses. So maybe an hour is a maximum that is recommended for some. Maybe some can do more, so that's also another recommended for those. But if you feel called to do something like, dancing, taking a nice long 1 hour freaking bath, it doesn't hurt. You're just taking the time to calm yourself, to relax, to bring yourself back to you, pile 2. So what's the harm in doing so? You are stronger than you may realize, and you are having this struggle in this intense emotions that you're having right now. Remind yourself that you are stronger than you may realize, pile 2, okay? And then your angels want you to know acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. If you are having a struggle with accepting something within this intense emotion that you're feeling, pile 2, that is another thing. You you might need to just go through having that acceptance. You're stronger than you realize. You are. Than you may realize, pile 2. And accepting that you are stronger, that you can move through these emotions and this situation, whatever that emotion is bringing for you, you can accept that situation for what it is. No, it doesn't have to always be this way, because you can move forward into something different. Either if you stay in that, you're not going to be moving into anything different. You're going to stay in that. But if you know that you are stronger to move out of this situation and accept that you are worthy and deserving of better, then you can go through having that emotional support from those people that have that intuitive insight that you may be lacking right now. So right now you need to go through just seeing yourself and the others in your life, in everyday, when you go to work and work school, or whatever you do, if you go on a hike, if you go on a walk, if you go, for a bike ride, however it may be. See yourself and the others that you go through in your day-to-day life, and see them through the eyes of the angels with the unconditional love and acceptance that they see in you. You know that, God, source, angels, you, the universe, whatever, sees you as this unconditional love. They see and accept you as you are. They don't question it. They don't judge you on it. They just see you as you. Having that acceptance in that way. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. So in that way that you see that acceptance that they see in you, you can thus bring forward that. And these intense emotions you're feeling, it's only just this moment, and it can be pushed forward, moved forward, and let go of. Pile 2. Okay, and we have our other message here from our angels. There's nothing to worry about. Whew. You really need to hear these messages. Acceptance, and there's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and the situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and your emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. You need to let go of these intense emotions that you think that something is not working in your favor, possibly. There's nothing to worry about, except that things are not in your control all the time. There are things you can control, pile 2, and there's things that are outside of your control. We all have to have that reminder every so often. We have to have that sense of detachment and that objective to have that intuitive opinion for ourselves. And if we lack it, we have to ask it of those that do have that objective and detached intuitive opinion of themselves, because we need support every so often. And if we don't accept it on occasions, and we only are stuck in our own version of what we believe and our own opinion of things, if you can't go through getting emotional support from someone else, and you can't accept whatever that they tell you, it's the point that you have to learn for yourself to go through these emotions some way, somehow, find acceptance through this time, and know that there's nothing to worry about. Those are two different things for whoever that needs to hear it. For those that need that sense of emotional support from someone, I'm not saying that nobody does, because it is necessary on these very intense occasions. with your emotions. If you are at your lowest of lows, that's the one other message that it's coming out. If you're at your lowest of lows, pile 2, and you really are struggling to even give your sense that self of acceptance and knowing you are stronger than you may realize, and thinking there's so much that you're worrying about, it's this message that there is nothing to worry about. You have to accept what is. It's not that it has to be this way. You can change it to be how you want it to be, in a form that makes it a better, good feeling situation for you. Do something that's beneficial to make you feel better and feel good in this moment. But no, things are not always in your control. So if you do go to an outside source and you get something that you don't hear, or that you don't like hearing when they give you that information, when you hear that information and you don't like hearing it, maybe that's another form of you having to find that acceptance, pile 2. Either in the form of what you aren't accepting from their own opinion, because you can, agree to disagree, but it's only up to you and listening to that objective that they are going to provide for you, that opinion that they provide for you, and accepting from that point of view for yourself that this is okay or not okay. And then for you to ultimately have that objective knowing from a different standpoint, a different point of view that you had from this person, now from you, that you can say, I accept this or I don't. So it's going through those processes and knowing there's nothing to worry about. Pile 2, we have our next message, expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Don't seek anyone's approval. Because if you're seeking everyone or anyone's approval, pile 2, that's what's going to possibly get you in these intense emotions, in this whole whirlwind of emotions that you might be feeling. Do not expect. Do not seek anyone's approval. Because once you expect and once you seek that every time, it's going to be that constant looking and searching for it. And you're going to always go after that. And when you don't, maybe these intense emotions are where it's stemming from as well, because you're not getting what you seek. Do not expect it if it's not coming your way. And learn to accept that things aren't always in your control. We also have gray. Endings are inevitable. Endings are inevitable. Pile 2, do not seek anyone's approval, because if you have to end something within this too, you know what's best for you. So if it's a choice you need to make, and you have been in this back and forth mode of, I need to do this, but I don't think I should be doing this kind of thing. I need more information. I need more time. I need something to give me this answer that I possibly need in order to move and end this situation. When you don't always need to seek anyone's approval, you don't need to seek anybody's opinions all the time. If you know what's best for you in the long run, what you know is going to work for you, or what you want to even try to do for the I am stronger than I may realize. You may feel like you want to take a leap forward into accepting something different. I wanted to say new and different at the same time, apparently. Different and new. You wanted to jump into something different and new. And having that acceptance for yourself to know there's nothing to worry about because you are stronger than you realize in going through this situation. Maybe you just moved to a new freaking a city, a new state, a new country, moved out of state, moved out of the USA and into, you know, Europe or someplace. Maybe you're just feeling all of these intense emotions because you want to move out of a group setting that you've been in for so long, maybe a family setting that you've been in for so long, and you know the dynamics are not the best for you and are not the best for everyone, but it's been happening. But you are always, or were always, seeking the approval or acceptance, you know, from someone else, an outside source. But sometimes it's not always going to be that way, or it doesn't always have to be that way. And endings are inevitable at one point or another. Things are out of our control, and what we do in our life is in our control, right? So what we do and what we have control in is what we know is our path forward, and what we are capable of trying to handle and control, and knowing we have the strength to do it. Okay? Further message is just, you know, sometimes we hold on to other people in our lives, or other people hold on to us. And sometimes it's the point that maybe within holding on to those people that we are seeking that acceptance to move forward and ending something. But really, if you know that you have, and you aren't getting that same, you know, acceptance, but you still want to move forward, you have the strength to move forward. That can even be the reference into a relationship situation. I am throwing that out there for whoever needs to hear that message. If you're in a relationship that you feel the call to move away from because it is not benefiting you, not helping you, and they're just keeping you in a same pattern and keeping you stuck, and it's a negative pattern and a negative situation, you know you're stronger than you realize. There's nothing to worry about if you were to take this leap out of the situation. I know these emotions are very intense with the situation involved because of how much emotion is involved in this current situation of this message that I'm being called to relay. That person that you were always with and everything, that is not going to give you that approval for ending something, right? They're not going to agree 100%. Not all the time. If I would be surprised, and you would be so lucky for anybody that is in a relationship like that. I applaud it and I congratulate you. You're doing amazing. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. But for those in relationships that it's like this fighting, chaotic battle, and like when you come to an end of something, sometimes that person's going to, you know, it's not going to end well, and there's going to be some resistance and hesitancies or whatever, and moving on kind of thing. But if you know you're stronger in this situation for yourself, and what you know is going to be an inevitable ending, you do not need to seek anyone else's approval. You do not have to have any other expectations for yourself other than you need to just accept what is good for you. Okay? Those are also the messages that wanted to come through. So take what resonates. Everybody, take what resonates. And we have 3 final messages to end this reading here for you from Spirit. We have, I am honest with myself and others. Have the acceptance for yourself and this honesty with yourself and others that what is good for you and what is meant for you is for you. Be honest, be blunt, be straightforward as much as you can. Doesn't matter. Don't try to beat around the bush. You are honest with yourself and you are honest with others. You do not have to seek anything of approval. Have the acceptance in that honesty and that there's nothing to worry about. Ooh, I love this so much for you. Our next message, I will persist. My will is strong. Your will is strong. Oof. Your will is strong. You will persist. Pile 2. Let emotional support be the focal point. If you need to go inward, if you need to go outward, however, but you have this strong will and you will persist. Because you want to be honest with yourself and with others. You want to go through this acceptance of what is good for you in your life right now. What you think is meant for you is meant for you. It doesn't matter. That is what you're living, pile 2. Not what anybody else is living. Persist through. Your will is strong because whatever you want is whatever you are going towards, and whatever that is wanting you and you wanting it, you know, it's going to move in that general direction. Life is conspiring for me. Oof, our final message from Spirit, pile 2, we have life is conspiring for me. I wanted to almost say pile 3 right there. If anybody caught that, maybe you are feeling called to go and see pile 3 as you're reading as well. Just a further message, but this definitely, I am feeling that you are capable, pile 2. You are more capable than you realize. You are stronger than you may realize. And you just need to accept that. Accept that strength that you have within you. Stop holding it back and stop trying to bury it under whatever that you are going through in these intense emotions right now. I understand the intense emotions. Believe me, I've been in some intense emotions myself, pile 2. But it's the will that we have within ourselves to keep persisting, to go through whatever we are wanting in this life. And this is the reading that I have for you, pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and I hope that it resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope to see you again in my next reading. As always, much love. Hello, my pile 3s that have chosen the card. I trust my inner voice for this reading. This is going to be a short little reading for you guys that Spirit wants to give to you. A little message, more so for the oracle cards than the tarot cards, as a short little message from Spirit. So let's get right into it. We have notice intuitive thoughts, downloads, and epiphanies. Claircognizance, the intellectual psychic pathway, is trying to break through the noise in your noggin. Instead of analyzing, notice insightful thoughts appearing fully formed in your mind. Out-of-the-box epiphanies, large and layered chunks of wisdom arriving instantly like a computer download, and aha realizations. A calm, still mind creates more room for guidance. So right now you need to notice these little downloads and epiphanies and just whatever thoughts that are coming through for you right now. You trust your inner voice. Oof, that's a good freaking card that you chose for this reading, pile 3. I love it. The coincidences in these synchronicities of Spirit, I love it so much. Literally, you have this intellectual pathway in your psychic pathway that is literally trying to break through, but you might not notice it as much because you have all of these other things that are going through and you're analyzing, and it's just these insightful thoughts or these little moments, and it's just like they're coming down and they're like, wait, that doesn't really make any sense, but it does kind of make sense. And it's like, wow, why is this coming at me all of a sudden? And then you're like in the noise of everything else that's going on. So it's like when you're thinking of something that you need to be thinking about, and then all of a sudden you have this other thing that's coming in. It's really like, well, you should be, you know, keeping this as a little relay of something that could help you in this moment. And that's why it comes to you. And you might not even realize it, is what Spirit wants you to tell you. Wants me to tell you, pile 3, is literally just pay attention to those little things that come in, because when you least expect it, it could definitely help you down the line, especially in the situation that you had that little aha moment in. You know, if you're thinking about whatever and you're writing about something or whatever, and the situation is about, like, you're writing a letter to your, I don't know why, your family member, like someone in your family, and all of a sudden when you're writing something out or whatever, you have this other second thought that kind of comes through, but it doesn't really make sense. But at the same time frame, you kind of you have that second thought, you're second guessing it or whatever. You know, when you do a double take kind of thing, you have to rethink that thought again, that moment, and then it's just like, wait, all of a sudden what I'm writing here and what I was just thinking kind of clicks and it makes sense, and you run with it. So that's like those things, those little moments. I don't know why that wanted to come through, but just maybe that happened for one of you guys, or maybe it's going to. So just keep that in mind, pile 3. We also have reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a constantly high level. So when you have these epiphanies too, that's another thing. Have the time to reward yourself. You know, when I said that, like that click of a moment when you had that aha epiphany, that aha moment, whatever that you were going through in that current situation, reward yourself for, like, oh, hey, I figured out the solution. You know, maybe you were having a problem and then you didn't know how to fix the problem, and then all of a sudden you had something come into your mind and you were just like, oh, why didn't I think about this sooner? Like that. Reward yourself for that. All right, and then we have wedding. All right, maybe some of you are having a wedding on the horizon. Maybe this is just an involvement of love for yourself. But we have marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. So maybe you aren't married as well. Maybe some of you are, you know, single, or, you know, some of you aren't married just yet, but it's the whole point of having this union, of this connection of something with love and desire, with the faith and love towards something that you believe in, that gives you that enjoyment for what you have, that connection in what you have growing for you, for yourself in your life. These moments that you have for these breakthroughs and these epiphanies and everything, these joined moments that you could be having together with someone else, if you're not having it with someone else, but it's more you having it with yourself, kind of thing. That connection of a joined respect, a mutual love, because you know down the line what is best for you, and in some way, somehow, subconsciously, you're doing it one way or another. And if you are having these little epiphanies, I feel like that is another message for you too, to also have this love and faith in that, for those little downloads, for the thoughts that you have, for your intuitive moments that make you go towards those good feelings, the happy thoughts, the good times, whatever that it is that you want to even reward yourself in. You want to have this point of a drive towards something of a connection, is what I'm sensing in this with the wedding, rewarding yourself and the connection of these downloads, epiphanies, and thoughts. What you're thinking of currently could be that you're trying to move towards something that connects you towards those rewards of those good feelings of something that makes you feel even in a meaningful way. The balance of giving and receiving, that's the other message there, and the reward yourself. So giving and receiving is giving and receiving for yourself, but you can also give and receive for someone else. And the balance between the give and take for you and someone else, and having those epiphanies and downloads, it can also be a inspiring aha moment that you get from your partner, if you are with someone and you have been, if you had your wedding and you are married, you have your moments, but you can also have those moments together. And trust in your inner voice down the line, it helps you. But if those moments still sync up together with that other person or people or whoever in the situation that you are in currently, then it's to give you that faith and love in that moment for what you're going towards. Okay, pile 3. We also have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. Okay, so that is a little I feel contradicting, considering we had the wedding and I was just talking about 2 people at a certain degree. You don't need someone else to fix you, pile 3. So again, you can have those moments for yourself and trust your inner voice. Reward yourself for those moments that you have. But it's not also saying that you don't have the moments together. You don't need someone else to fix you, because they're not always going to be there to help you through whatever you need fixing. Okay? So you need to be able to do that for yourself and rewarding yourself for those things that come through in these chunks and layers, that you need to trust yourself in doing what's best for you. And someone else can tell you that, but you don't need someone else to fix you. There's that message there too. Someone else can tell you that. Your partner, someone that you've been with, or someone that you've lived with, family members, a sibling, your mother, your father, a grandfather, an uncle, godfather, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever they tell you in that term of having this epiphany of that aha moment of things, you can work alongside, but you don't need them to fix you. So another message is coming through is you can have that moment of that epiphany together, but you can go through finding how to find the solution in that path for yourself without that person fixing you completely. They helped you, but they're not fixing you completely, right? And then we also have bitch fire. Bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. So trust your inner voice. Again, trust your inner voice. Pile 3, stand up for yourself. You don't need someone else to fix you, so you can stand up for you. Stand up for you. Reward yourself for the things you are doing and make yourself feel better in, because you can do it for you. Nobody else is going to do it other than you. It's going to be you at the end of the day doing it for you. So when you have those epiphanies saying, I should be doing this, maybe you should be doing it. But you can obviously plan to do it in a different way that makes you feel good. Reward yourself that you had that moment to say, I should be doing that. I had that little thing that popped into my head saying, oh, you should do that. And you're taking that acknowledgement for yourself. Reward yourself for that acknowledgement. And then when you do whatever you said you were going to do and thought of doing, you're doing it. Reward yourself then. Trust your inner voice. Trust that little epiphany, that download, the intuitive thought that comes through. And it's not going to lie to you. That's only going to be you, pile 3. You're only going to be lying to yourself. So whatever thing that comes through to your head, that's you. Why are you going to lie to you? Trust your inner voice. It's not going to lie to you. Stand up for yourself. You don't need someone else to fix you. You can do this. Whatever you got to do, whatever you got right now. Right? We have our 3 final messages to end this reading, pile 3. Beauty raises my vibration. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Seek out this beauty to raise your vibrations. And it will go through healing you and giving you this joy that you have lost if you haven't had any sense of joy, pile 3. Find the beauty again. It will raise your vibrations. I seek truth and act upon my realizations. Oof. I am just, what? Whoa. I have a double card that this literally I've never seen before, but that is crazy. I have literally the same message for you, and it really wants you to know, pile 3. Beauty raises my vibrations. I seek it out for healing and joy. How did I get both of those cards in this one deck? I don't understand, but here we are, pile 3. This is the downloads that Spirit wanted to bring to you, and your epiphanies and aha moments that you won't probably have for yourself, in knowing you can seek healing and joy by raising your vibrations, by seeking beauty, seeking the truth, and acting upon your realizations. Stand up for yourself, because you don't need someone else to fix you. It's the message of trusting your inner voice and rewarding yourself, because you deserve whatever rewards for these little moments you are going through. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. So reward yourself when needed, pile 3. Okay? This is the message that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that it resonated with you, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again in my next reading. As always, much love.